And we're back. Time to go get handed gold. Wow, these sprites are kind of wimpy in comparison. I don't want to even use my weapon durability.
Hey, that's a stone.
Oh yeah, it is. Small chance we've already gotten it. No, never mind.
It's glowing blue.
That's true. Ah. These guys are supposed to be weak. Why did they stun lock me?
Okay, let's go see what it has to say.
Also, there looks to be a farting chest over there. We should...
Farting.
See, the problem I have with the stones is, like... the subtitles don't keep up with the noise. The noise is now too low because I turned down all of the attack sounds because it was just too much. And then half the time it doesn't even make sense because it's out of order. Like, I have no idea what this means at all.
No one knows his arrow missed.
He saved the town. He is a hero.
Oh, it sounds like it's someone who's admitting to the fact that they fired the shot that, like, made someone else hero because they thought they fired it.
I guess.
I don't know. That's what I got out from that.
Well, let's blow this chest up.
Or it'll blow you up.
Almost. Not particularly dangerous, though.
Having chocolate?
Yep. Probably should not have been eating chocolate while trying to dispel the chest. But I don't particularly care. Fake court. Come on. I hate the fact that they overlay the quest circle on top of the map so you can't fast travel there half the time. Yep, we're king now.
Your Grace.
Yep, we are the king. Long live Alanis. Look at me. Look at my sassy pose. And then ending fart.
You have returned, victorious. I know you had a chance to change our telling, to break the Maid and the House of Ballads from their natural course. Yet you did not. You struck down the witch Magwer and restored our legacy for now. But there were casualties. The Maid's death rendered Wenson impotent. This cannot stand. As a result, you have ascended to your rightful place. You are now Queen of the House of Ballads.
House of Ballads. Yes.
Hooray! So, every time you complete a faction, you get a Twist of Fate, which I believe is kind of an additional little boost on top of everything else.
And does it...
It's permanent.
It's permanent. So does it change depending upon what ending you chose for that?
Yes, there would be a different one if I had picked the rule together thing. But I think if you go into the Destinies, maybe? I don't know where it's listed. But you can find it somewhere.
Twist of Fate.
Twist of Fate. But I think they're all active at the exact same time.
Can I look at that Twist of Fate?
Sure. So it's a Fey Blade and a Broken Heart in the background. Too bad we don't have any Fey Blades. And really, I only care about Chakrams anyway. Look at all of our minions.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. We are now the King of the Fey.
Queen!
Oh, yeah. I forgot. We got boobs. Okay. So, that's pretty much it for the Fey storyline.
Wait, did they ask about Wenson?
Yeah, I think he ran off. Or no, we're Wenson now.
They're just calling us Wenson?
Yeah,
Ew.
remember we became Sir Sagril? And now we are King Wenson. Or Queen
soon
Wenson.
we'll just be everyone.
Yes. We just go around doing other people's jobs, so eventually we're Sir Sagril Wenson, Ferrara,
But the thing is,
Hallam.
it doesn't make sense because
King
those
White.
individuals must have lived out their own lives separately. You can't just take their place and be able to do everything of their lives simultaneously.
Looks like we did. Aha!
Unless there was really only one important activity that they
Yeah,
had.
I think each person was punctuated by like one singular event in their story, or like a couple little ones, but then everything else was kind of banal day-to-day life that could vary from the cycle. But the plot of the story is still the same. Look at him. He wiggles his head around when you move. I'm gonna give him whiplash.
You're just...
I'm gonna be sick. That'd actually be really funny if you ran your character around in too many circles. They would actually just sit down and throw up.
I thought that there was a game that did do that. I know there is one where your character acts like they're dizzy when you run around in circles or spin them.
Because this could actually make me kind of motion sick.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, please don't.
But, so, this has been the Faye storyline, and at the end of this, I'm just going to kind of curtail it because, well, it's a good stopping point. Next, we'll probably either be doing the House of Champions, or whatever they're called.
It's those, the Warsworn, or whatever
they
are.
Yeah, the people at Children Keep. Yeah, the Warsworn. And then after that, we'll probably do the Travelers. And I think there are, like, 3 other factions afterwards that we haven't run into.
But we have to get into new areas for them, correct?
Yeah. So, chances are we're going to switch between doing the main plot and following one of those.
Now, I really hope that all of this doesn't result us in becoming the leader of everything.
Yep. Queen of the Fae, leader of the Travelers, High General of the Warlords, King of all the humans, and we're just some elf lady that runs around and shirks all of our duties.
It's like, united under one banner, finally the mortal races had enough might to fight the Tuatha in the end.
Except for really just the king went off and did it on her own.
No, I mean, one of the issues of this game is that, the peoples are divided.
I'm just going to run outside and hit stuff while we finish discussing the whole Fae thing, because I don't want to cut this off, but I don't want to just stand here and rotate the camera around forever.
I really wish that there was a way to defy the destiny of the Fae without having to ally yourself with Miss...
Yeah, if
I love you.
Yeah, if you had enough, like, persuasion, you could just be like, so, how do you feel about, like, just going for a vacation and not coming back? Like, the whole Simba Mufasa deal.
Or it's like, you can defy your destiny. You don't have to be this evil sorceress. You could be an explorer, a wanderer,
anything, yeah.
Take up a hobby. Hey, why don't you weave stuff all day long?
Yeah. Decide to go into any sort of fine art. Learn whittling. Learn the fine art of gooskin exploding.
Oh, no.
Hey, works for me. It's the only way I can control my murderous impulses.
No, I think you've slaughtered plenty of aggressive creatures in the forest at this rate.
But none as vile as the gooskin. I think the piles of rocks respawn, by the way. Mm-hmm. But yeah. Mm-hmm. No, I liked the Fae storyline. I think it was kind of a neat twist.
Didn't that eye look a lot like the Sheikah symbol?
Probably.
Yeah, I know.
Which eye?
It popped up when you were detecting something.
Oh, okay. So when I was detecting...
it has like the 3 triangles on top, 3 longer triangles on the bottom, kind of deal.
Bunch of spiders up there. I don't give a damn. Okay. So, I think my main complaint with the whole Fae storyline was it didn't quite peter out, but it didn't scale right. It's like, suddenly you finally made. She's evil.
You didn't even get to converse with them much. I would have loved it if, and I remember Knights of the Old Republic, you could persuade all sorts of villains out of, remaining with their faction, and, they actually did blab to you about their personal issues, and about how they just didn't have the courage to leave, and you were like, you can, Go...
It feels kind of cheap that we have this persuasion skill, and all it's good for is convincing people to give me free stuff. Mm-hmm. It's not the end of the world, because I like free stuff, but it definitely feels like I'm not really persuading anybody to do anything. It's just like, hey...
Oh, hey, can you go back to that blood pile?
Yes.
Can you look up in the air? I was right.
There's a body. Couple of skeletons up there.
Couple of skeletons. You see, I just saw that and I'm like, it looks like the kind of thing you would see in a horror film where you just look up and have a drop of blood come down on your cheek.
That blood is way too fresh.
It is too fresh for those skeletons. They really should have had something a little bit more flesh on it. Maybe only slight decomposition.
Oh well. Not the end of the world. But I will say, I think one of the main complaints a lot of people had with this game overall is just how generic it could be. And I think that kind of helped, but at the same time, I think they could have fleshed things out a little bit, like why the witch was suddenly in love with us, as opposed to just being like, randomly out of the blue, she starts calling us love, and then it's like, we should rule together.
I would have understood the witch if she kept popping up at every point of the way, going, "Oh, you have foiled me yet again."
Or not even that.
I'm starting to admire your efforts.
She pops up pretending to be Queen Bellmaid. Or something, so you actually, like, forge some sort of personal collection.
And then she reveals her true colors.
Yeah. Or, like, eventually you
level up.
Yes. Sorry. Eventually you just realize that you are not running around with Queen Bellmaid, you are running around with the Maid of Windermere, and she's just screwing with you. That would be really cool. It also feels kind of silly to put points into any lockpicking whatsoever, considering I can lockpick anything without even trouble.
Mm-hmm.
So, blacksmithing. This is like the only thing that seems to be necessary. Okay.
I mean, have we been crafting our own weapons?
I've been holding off. I've been saving up, mostly.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Because the more I save up, the more I can make later.
Really, what I wish about the Fae storyline is that it wasn't about people trying to shirk responsibility. I mean, sure, they had their predestined roles, but it wasn't so much about, I don't want to do this, as I wish there was something more. And yeah, you're right about the king. He ended up being a coward. He was actually one of the better characters, I thought, up until he's like, oh, well, now that the Witch of Windermere or whatever is, she's broken out of the storyline, how can I know that my victory is assured,
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Like, it kind of made sense if he had, like, talked every once in a while about his, like, concerns about how all he's known is his role, and he's very, weirded out that things aren't going according to plan. That would have been more compelling, but instead it's just like, I really don't like being the king, so I'm just gonna let you be the king.
Oh.
Aha!
Who's that?
This is the mayor of the town that I was supposed to go save. We got the quest episodes and episodes ago before we got distracted with the Fae. And then we kind of...
So the mayor took it upon himself to kill the spiders?
Yeah, the spiders were, like, encroaching and attacking the town, so the mayor and a bunch of people decided to go out and kill the spiders to make the town safe again.
I assume his whole entourage was murdered in the process?
Probably. But we were actually sent by the kind of...
Aren't you going to talk with him?
Yeah, I was just looting stuff first. But I also wanted to describe this first before we talk to him. But we were sent by the black-haired guy who kind of took over as the de facto mayor to either save him, or once we were outside of earshot of the town, we were actually sent to...
Kill him.
So, we are not going to kill him because we are...
Stay back! Wait, an alpha? By the widow's mercy. Who sent you? Have you word from Kenarok? I'm the only one left. My men and I were ambushed when we entered the cave. It's as if the damn spiders set a trap for us. These spiders are somehow using strategy, tactics. Simple ones, but enough to overwhelm us. I think someone is leading them. It's all over this cave. Footprints, torn webs, but no body. It could be the Bloody Widow for all I know, but Kenarok needs to be told. That damn... This whole suicide mission was his idea. And now he tries to have me killed? I need to tell Kenarok what has happened here, and deal with Garana. I have to hurry. Speak with me after we reach Kenarok.
So, even the side quests actually do have some kind of interesting baits, though I will admit this is like one of the only side quests I've ever even been remotely interested in. But, we will go, punch, Ganarok? I think that was his name? Garanak? Yeah, the black-haired guy that wanted to take over the town. We will go punch him in the face in the next episode of Wanderbots. See you guys then.